Before the fire fell, before the rain returned, there was silence. 3 years of drought, one man, 450 prophets, and a single question that split the soul of a nation. How long will you waver between two opinions? This is not just a story. This is a confrontation between heaven and hell, and it begins on Mount Carmel. The sky had been silent for 3.5 years. The land was cracked and dry, a graveyard of crops and cattle. Every prayer to Baal, the supposed god of storms, had gone unanswered. And yet, at the height of this judgment, one man stepped out of hiding with fire in his eyes and a challenge in his voice. His name was Elijah, and he would stand alone against hundreds. Israel had drifted. Under King Ahab's rule, the people no longer served the Lord. They worshipped Baal, seduced by promises of rain, fertility, and prosperity. But Baal was no god. He was an idol carved from wood and stone. To awaken the nation, the Lord had withheld the rain. No dew, no storms, just silence. And as the famine deepened, Ahab's rage turned toward Elijah, the prophet who had foretold the drought. Yet Elijah was not afraid. After years of exile, the word of the Lord came to him, "Go, show yourself to Ahab, and I will send rain on the land." Elijah went, and he did not come to negotiate. He came to call Israel to a verdict. He stood before Ahab and proposed a test that would echo for generations. Gather all Israel to Mount Carmel. Bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who eat at Jezebel's table. We will see who answers by fire. Mount Carmel rose like a sentinel above the sea, a sacred place twisted by idolatry. On that summit, thousands gathered, watching, waiting. Elijah stood alone, his voice ringing across the assembly. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, follow him. No one answered. The people were silent. 2 bulls were chosen. 2 altars were built. The prophets of Baal went first. From morning until noon, they called upon their God. "O Baal, answer us!" They danced around the altar, leapt and spun, their voices desperate, but the heavens remained closed. By midday, Elijah spoke again, this time with irony. "Shout louder. Perhaps he is meditating or busy or traveling. Maybe he is asleep and must be awakened." The taunts struck deep. The prophets began to slash themselves with swords and spears, their blood mingling with the dust. But still, nothing. When their voices finally fell into hoarse silence, Elijah stepped forward. He repaired the altar of the Lord, long forgotten and broken. He took 12 stones, one for each tribe of Israel, and rebuilt it in reverence. He arranged the wood, placed the sacrifice, and then did the unthinkable. He drenched the altar in water. 3 times the servants poured jars over the offering until the trench surrounding the altar overflowed. Then Elijah lifted his eyes. "O Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel," he prayed, "let it be known today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Answer me, Lord, so these people will know that you, O Lord, are God and that you are turning their hearts back again." Then fire fell. It tore through the sky, a flame so fierce it consumed the bull, the wood, the stones, the dust, and even the water in the trench. Nothing remained. The people fell to their faces. Cries rose across the mountain, "The Lord, he is God! The Lord, he is God!" The illusion was shattered. Baal had not answered. He never would. Elijah commanded, "Seize the prophets of Baal. Let none escape." They were taken to the Kishon Valley, and there, their deception was silenced forever. But Elijah was not finished. He ascended again to the summit and bowed low, his face between his knees. He sent his servant to look toward the sea. "Do you see anything?" "Nothing," the servant replied. 7 times Elijah sent him, and on the 7th time the servant saw it. A small cloud, the size of a man's hand, rising from the sea. Elijah stood. "Go tell Ahab, hitch up your chariot and go down before the rain stops you." In moments the sky turned black, wind howled, and rain poured down on the land for the first time in years. The Lord had spoken, not through whispers, not through dreams, but with fire and storm. Elijah's stand on Mount Carmel was more than spectacle. It was a summons, a call to choose. Baal had no voice, no fire, no power. But the Lord, he answers by fire, and he turns hearts even in the silence. The question still echoes, how long will you waver between two opinions? The altar is waiting. The fire is ready. Choose this day whom you will serve.